What is going on, you guys? I know this is like scandalous because I'm in my underwear, but let me just tell you, a bitch just got out of the shower. It was a long day because I have been canvassing, going all across Las Vegas trying to get Kamala Harris elected. And wow, what a life it has been. I tried reacting to this video that Blaire White uploaded the day she uploaded it, but the video was mysteriously deleted. Then, strangely, she re-uploaded it. And I actually started filming my reaction earlier this morning when I left to go canvassing.
I feel like I talked like her right there. I feel like that was like a fucking word salad. But it's real. Unlike her word salads, which are in fact fake. If you have any expectation or hope that she will do anything for the border, why would you? The 10 million happened under her watch. And it was only switched up right before the election that they started tightening things. That tells you that they knew that this issue was not going to be one which they could really be.
Donald Trump had a border bill shut down that would have added 1,200 Border Patrol agents to the border because he wants to run on an issue instead of fixing it. The same way he's run on an issue with Obamacare. Obamacare, which protects me with my pre-existing condition of brain cancer. I have brain cancer. Obamacare protects me from being denied coverage and healthcare insurance and healthcare coverage because I have brain cancer. So when it says, it's so awful, we need to get rid of it and make something better, he's had 10 years to do so. And the most money of any other president in office. And what has he done? I have concepts of a plan. Concepts, because he doesn't care about giving healthcare coverage and insurance to the majority of the American public. And do you know why that is? Probably because his buddies and his pals have either business investments or they are in insurance companies or they're in the medical field and they profit off of us struggling. Don't be stupid. Do not be stupid and listen to whatever is being said by Blaire White. Do not. This is next fucking level, dude. But because I was gone for many hours, going door to door to door all across Las Vegas, having discussions with people about why Donald Trump is a menace, as I call him, Donnie Dump, or Don the Con, because he is an adjudicated rapist, a self-seeking billionaire that wants to do nothing but immensely benefit himself, his family, and then use the Supreme Court that he stacked with conservative judges to make sure that he has presidential immunity. He literally said dictator on day one, for God's sakes. We're going to get into the reaction, but first I just wanted to say, in this election we have two very clear choices. We have someone who has said dictator on day one, someone who has called for the termination of all rules and regulations of the Constitution once he saw, holy shit, I am losing the election. Yeah, you're losing the election because nobody wants your celebrity bitch ass anywhere near the Oval Office because you do not know what you're doing. Blaire's gonna make the argument, hey, it was really great under Trump, until he mishandled COVID and we were handed a shitstorm that we are still recovering from because he did not know what to do. I was just at an Obama rally, which again, I vlogged, I filmed, I wasn't able to get uploaded. I've been working so much at the Kamala Harris. Trying so hard. Guys, I've been trying so hard because I am so afraid. I survive off my Social Security because I have brain cancer. And I was diagnosed at 18. And I don't get much from my government Social Security because it's my fault that I was diagnosed 18 years old. It's been a hard life. And I am fighting so hard to just try and make sure the right outcome happens. The scary part is Donald Trump says this about women.
Yes, the Donald is good.
You are.
You got to put the thumbs up. You better not be the publicist. No, it's her.
Yeah, that's her. With the gold. I'm going to use some Tic Tacs just in case I start kissing her. You know, I'm automatically attracted to beautiful. I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. You just, I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab them by the pussy. I can do anything.
Get those legs. All you can see is the legs.
No, it looks good. Oh, nice legs, huh?
Get out of the way, bud. Go ahead.
It's always good if you don't fall out of the bus. Like Ford, Gerald Ford, remember?
Down below. Pull the hell.
Hello, how are you? Hi.
Mr. Trump, how are
Nice seeing
you?
you.
Pleasure to
Terrific.
meet you.
Terrific. You know Billy Bush?
How are you?
Nice to see you. How you doing, Ariane?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Are you ready to be a soap star?
We're ready. Let's go. Make me a soap star.
How about a little hug for the Donald? He just got off the
Would you
bus.
like a little hug,
Okay,
darling?
absolutely.
A
Melania
little
said
hug for
this
the
was
bushy. I
okay.
just got off the bus.
Oh,
There we go.
And then, I know that's old news. We all know that he said grab him by the pussy, but then he says that he's going to put RFK Jr. in charge of women's health.
Robert F. Kennedy Jr. we have. And he's going to work on health and women's health and all of the different reasons, because we're not really a wealthy.
And as a trans woman, I have to ask Blaire White, how fucking dare you say that someone like that, an adjudicated rapist, I mean, like, you're a trans woman, you should be trying to uplift feminists, and you should be the biggest feminist of them all. I don't understand how you could support someone like Donald Trump. Blaire, I know you like your pew-pews, I know you like your guns, and I understand that he's the NRA-backed candidate, but holy shit, what the hell is wrong with you? I like Blaire. I didn't want to say it in the beginning of the video, but I do agree with her on a lot of trans issues. I don't think any child should be transitioning. I think that's unhinged. I grew up with really bad gender dysphoria. I've had conversations with Buck Angel about it, but because I am Madame Roast Beef, I understand that sort of restricts my ability to ever have that conversation with him, like on a video or whatever, because it won't be taken seriously and it will kind of discredit and also make him look like, oh my god, he's interviewing Madame Roast Beef. I grew up with really bad gender dysphoria. I wanted so badly to be a girl. All my friends throughout all of elementary school and most of middle school were girls, and I could never go to their house because I was a boy. And I hated being a boy. I don't like manly things. I don't like farts. I don't like sports. I don't like weird shit. I'm a feminine faggot. And I can still smile, but I love my dick. And I have grown into accepting the fact that I'm a dude. I don't like it. I'm not happy. That's why Madame Roast Beef exists. You know, I'm not happy that I'm a guy, but I've accepted it. And I have grown into saying, I'm a person that I love. And I don't need to do whatever. I used to have Barbie dolls. I used to want to wear dresses. I had really bad gender dysphoria. So I agree with Blaire White on a lot of things. Except this. Because, Blaire, it is selfish and it is gross that you are supporting a man like Donald Trump, especially when he says the things he says, does the things he does, and proposes the things he does. His own attorney general doesn't support him. And for a little correction on that statement, apparently Bill Barr, even though Donald Trump called him obese and fat and all these other things, apparently even though Donald Trump degraded Bill Barr, his attorney general, he still says he will vote for him. And I want to show you what he said, because it's really unhinged, because Republicans will always vote party over country because it's delusional. Not all Republicans, but some.
I have to ask you about something that Trump posted about you this week, because he responded in response to you saying you'd vote for the Republican ticket. Wow, former AG Bill Barr, who let a lot of great people down by not investigating voter fraud in our country, has just endorsed me for president despite the fact that I called him weak, slow-moving, lethargic, gutless, and lazy. Based on the fact that I greatly appreciate his wholehearted endorsement, I am removing the word lethargic from my statement. Thank you, Bill.
Yeah. It's classic Trump. What's the question?
What's your response?
Well, I mean, obviously, what I said was that I'm very disappointed that this country is stuck with this choice between two people who I don't think either of them should be president of the United States. But given that binary choice, I feel I have to choose Trump.
Someone that he said should be nowhere near the White House. His own vice president isn't voting for him in this election. I don't understand how anyone is voting for this monster, this nuisance, the orange fucking menace. I don't know how I'm gonna edit this. It is currently like Sunday as I'm editing this. I spent a long day, a long weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I saw Kamala Harris when she came to Las Vegas. It was amazing. There was 10,000 people there. I made friends. It was beautiful. I don't have a lot of friends. My life's a struggle. You're beefy bitch. You're brain cancer having beefy bitch. My life's flopping right now, and I can still smile and say, you know what? At least I'm going to stay helpful for the election. I'm probably going to stream it on Twitch, my reaction. So please make sure you follow your bitch on Twitch and that you subscribe, because I am so excited and so hopeful for the future. And I just wanted to watch Blaire White's video. It's going to play now, my reaction and also the things I say as I respond. But because I am, you know, a little googly-eyed and I am a little disabled. It's just sad to say, but it is true. My responses might not be as quick as I am watching because I was just so dumbfounded and shocked at the things Blaire was saying as she was talking about supporting an adjudicated rapist and 34-time felon who can't even vote in this election to lead the country. I don't want to sound angry, but it sickens me, it disgusts me, and it makes me viciously, viciously angry. I love you, I appreciate you, and remember to vote. Please, remember to vote. It's so important, guys. What is going on, you guys? As you can see, I am voting for Kamala Harris. I'm actually campaigning for her and going door to door to homes all across Las Vegas. I got these little posters from the Obama rally I went to. I'm super excited for this election. I got a notification yesterday. I tried filming my reaction to this yesterday, but apparently the video was deleted, and apparently 56 minutes ago it was re-uploaded. We're going to watch this, and then as soon as I'm done watching this, I'm going to scramble to edit it. But also I might have to go out and go campaigning for Kamala Harris because this is so important, and I will not live in a state that voted for Don the Con, or as I call him, Donnie Dump, Don the Chump, fucking Donald the Menace. It makes me sick. A 34-time felon, an adjudicated rapist caught molesting a woman in public. I mean, the list is so long. My mind can't a fascist. My mind can't grasp why anyone would vote for him, let alone Blaire White. I like Blaire White. I agree with her on a lot of things. I disagree with her on a lot of things as well. But let's see what she said. Why are you voting for Donnie Dump? Let's see.
I will go on TikTok for giggles.
Okay. We're gonna turn that off. And Blaire, I love you, but I'm not gonna watch the ad. I normally watch the ads for everyone, but not with. I'm not gonna support Trumpism. Yeah, it's just not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Hopefully she explains why she deleted the video, because I sat down to record this yesterday, but the video was gone.
Let's talk about why I am voting for Donald Trump despite being a trans person. That word despite is a bit unfortunate just because I am painfully, sadly aware that there is still a very low frequency out there in the general population that believes if you are a minority that your vote is locked and sealed to Democrats no matter what Democrats do. Unfortunately for Democrats, I guess, whatever spell that was on, minority groups for so long, it is in fact wearing off. And we are in fact free to vote for whoever the fuck we want as Americans before any other group you can call us, right?
How much was she paid?
Me,
I want to know how much money was given for this.
Because I'm trans, my vote has to be promised to Democrats each and every time, regardless of their behavior.
She wasn't paid any money. She was promised the NRA wouldn't take her massive collection of assault weapons. That's all it is. She wants the NRA-backed candidate because she likes having her pew-pews. That's all it is. That's all it is. It doesn't matter how many kids are killed in school shootings. She just wants to keep her pew-pews and hoard a collection of guns that are, in a lot of cases, causing the death of children. That's all it is. That's all it is. That's all this is.
Or the candidates they put up.
Crazy.
It's a bit demeaning.
Crazy.
It's a bit demeaning. Y'all do it to every group. People of color, black people especially. Y'all really get mad about that black vote slipping out of your, grimy little fingers.
Grimy.
Obama scolding black men. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's this feeling of ownership over minority groups that the modern left has that is, in my opinion, very disgusting. And in my opinion, actually more insulting than if you flat out just said you don't like those groups, because feeling like you own them is a bit worse than disliking them, in my opinion. And that's how Democrats view gay people, trans people, people of color. We'll keep it to trans today, though. So to believe that it is shocking, wrong, incorrect, or crazy that I'm trans and voting for Trump, you'd have to believe two
unhinged.
The first is that you'd have to
Did she
believe
just say
that
retarded?
I only care about trans rights, that I'm not capable or interested in the economy, foreign policy, the border, immigration, crime, a litany of things that my mind, is actually in fact capable of pondering.
Crime was up
and also viewing as impacting
under
me.
Trump.
So you'd have
as
to believe
opposed to
that
Biden.
I only should care about trans rights. And the second thing you'd have to believe incorrectly is that I must assume
it wasn't,
or believe that
because of
Democrats
COVID.
handle trans rights in the correct way. And if you are new here, it might be shocking to you that I don't feel that way. But if you've been here for a while, if you're a member of the Blaire White Army, you know that that's kind of my whole gig, is critiquing how the modern left handles the topic of trans. So now that we've broken the ice here, let's get that trans shit out the way. Let's talk about why I am voting for Donald J. Trump in the upcoming election in just a few days.
We are living in a new realm of tyranny. Duh. We have a secret service that takes down the shooter, but only after he shoots our president. an FBI that fabricates cases,
Donald Trump wasn't
an
shot.
ATF
He was
that
shot
wants to
at.
take away our guns,
He was hit with
and
shrapnel.
an FDA that favors big pharmaceutical companies and not our
In
health.
the ear.
Quite clearly, the government
Dangerous,
has been weaponized
but
against
still.
the American people. In times like these, we need to stick together. We need to back our leader that literally took a bullet for us. We need to
He was
fend
not
off
shot.
the leftist media
He was shot
with
at.
independent media organizations that are not bought and paid for. And
What
most
is
of all,
that
we
narrative?
need to stay strong
It's so
and healthy
weird.
in order to protect and take care of our families. And just like they're trying
Our
to take down
leader.
Trump, they're also trying.
Our leader. What kind of mothership have we been sucked up to? Our leader. Our holy leader. He got shot for us. He must now rule for eternity. Like, oh my fuck. Oh my God.
To take down Black Forest Star product NMN. And it's not because of the safety or efficacy. It's because of the same greedy and evil powers that want to put
Is
up
this
a
an
puppet president
advertisement?
and jab us with a
Is this a sponsored video? Like, what the fuck is this? Oh my God, a QR code on the screen? Is she, she probably forgot the QR code the first time that she uploaded this. That's why it was deleted and then re-uploaded. Because I sat down to film a reaction to this the first time. Now there's fucking QR codes. What the fuck is Black Forest?
Because NMN works. NMN is vital for the functioning of the 37 trillion cells in your body.
This
That
is an
NMN can help reduce
advertised
weight,
video.
cholesterol, and even
Oh my
blood.
God, I need to skip past this ad. I'm so sorry. I'm repulsed. Not only are you not going to tell me why you're voting for Trump, you're going to advertise
As a
an
reason why maybe you should be
anti-aging.
wary against voting for her, I'm going to be respectful here, but I am going to respectfully ask you to be like, why? Why do all the people that not only have proven they will and intend to send us to wars and cause wars, why do they all back?
If Kamala would send us to wars, do you think she would get re-election? Really, do I mean, if we're going to go to a war in 4 years of her presidency, do you think she would ever assume re-election? Do you think that would happen? If you think it's just going to be World War III and apocalypse is on the line, do you really think in 4 years, like, what do you think she thinks she's going to do to where the fact that she would risk being the first female president, that she would send us to a world war with China and Russia and all these other crazy conspiracy theories? It is crazy. The face Blaire is making right where I paused, that's me every time I hear this right-wing propaganda. Look at all the wars going on in the world right now. Can you believe it? I don't even... This wasn't happening under holy Donald John the Trump, Donnie J. Oh my fuck. It wasn't happening under Donald Trump because the world was in shock at the pandemic that was occurring. Nobody was doing anything because they were nervous of a contagious disease. That's why there was no wars. Holy shit.
This candidate, and why do they all hate this candidate? My second issue.
Rapist,
is definitely
adjudicated
immigration
rapist,
after
maybe.
war,
I don't know.
right?
34-time felon,
Immigration
maybe.
is number 2. I lived in border states my whole life. I grew up in California. As an adult, I lived in Texas, and so this is an issue that I have seen firsthand from childhood up until now. I have 30 years of living in these states and watching as the immigration crisis has only grown. I have to start with the fact that there's been a lot of gaslighting, a lot of manipulation, a lot of
This
slander
video is manipulation.
against people who care about this issue, the border.
This video is manipulation. Trans people can support Trump too. We love that guy. Who gives a fuck if you don't care about the Trump military ban? I don't care. I don't care that if that you think that was right. That's fine. You're trans, and if you don't want to serve in the military and you would like to be banned from the military because for whatever reason, that's totally fine. There's a lot going on with the trans trenders movement. I can say that. A lot that I don't agree with. 111%. 111%. I know that's wrong and the world hates me for saying that, but guys, it's true. I don't like what's going on with what I call the transgenders movement. I like transsexualism, where people are living their life as the opposite gender and they have been and they are adults. Leave children out of it. I think that is so wrong. As someone that grew up with really bad gender dysphoria, it really triggers and bothers me that 13-year-olds are irreversibly having their lives changed and altered by medication or surgery. That is so unhinged and so wrong. So I agree with Blaire on certain points, but nothing she said ever made me think, oh wow, maybe Don the Con might be our best option. Nothing she said has done that, especially that BlackRock advertisement in the beginning. What is this video? What is this video?
Particularly the southern border, as xenophobic.
The southern border? Then why did the most conservative Republican in the Senate that wrote a border bill get it shut down? Because Trump wants to run on an issue instead of fixing an issue. 1,200 Border Patrol agents would have been added to the border. the southern border, but instead he had the bill shut down. It was written by the most conservative Republican in the Senate, but he had the bill shut down because he wants to run on an issue instead of fixing an issue. Why would he fix an issue before an election? Why would he let that happen? Because then he wouldn't have something to talk about in his speeches, where he wobbles around to Ave Maria for 43 minutes. Holy shit, this is crazy. This is unhinged.
Racist. Somehow caring about immigration, not wanting a complete open border, which means you're not a country.
We never wanted that. Nobody ever wanted that.
Makes you racist or xenophobic.
Nobody ever wanted that.
This is another thing, just like that chokehold on minorities that Democrats had. The chokehold on the American public, particularly the white American public, that they are racist if they care about immigration or want any immigration laws at all. It's not really going to work, and that's why people are so upset these days. But let's continue. Border crossings quadrupled under Biden-Harris. Quadruple. To the amount of, it's estimated 10 million illegal border crossings.
I don't think these statistics are even real, honestly.
Physical border crossings.
I don't think they're even true.
Now, 10 million is like, you can't even really conceive of that. And for me, you know, again, going back to that, oh, you're xenophobic if you care. It's really not xenophobic to expect that the first action of a person.
And again, a pandemic ended. Of course, people moving and functioning and doing things between regions is going to increase. I mean, does that need to be explained? Does that need to be said out loud? Holy fuck.
Coming into our country is not breaking the laws of our country, which is coming over illegally. It's a big insult to the many people I've known, considering, again, I've lived in border states that did do it legally. I grew up with many kids who did it legally, with friends who did it legally. And it's just a big insult to them and the work that they did to actually do it the right way. So there's been about 10 million. And again, this is only the ones that we can document and find, which they are undocumented people in general. So the idea that we've found all of them is crazy, right? So it's actually going to be much more than 10 million, but it's estimated 10 million. These are the big numbers under Biden-Harris. 10 million under Biden-Harris, 1.5 million
know if that's true.
all 4 years of Trump.
I don't think that's even true.
Does that mean perfect? No. You don't vote for a perfect candidate, you vote for a preferred candidate. These are very different words.
Trust and believe. Trust and believe. The adjudicated rapist is not perfect.
Until Jesus Christ comes back. Is not going to happen.
Oh, this is crazy. I don't know if I can finish this. For 32 minutes of talking about Jesus and Trump, I don't think I can.
Let me join your guild.
Ew. What is going on? I don't think I can finish this. I want to have the conversation. Like I said, I'm volunteering for the Kamala Harris campaign, but this is...
Because they do in fact matter as well. Help our drug addicts because they do in fact matter as well. And then we can get around to helping other people. But flowing 10 million people in 4 years over the country with no documentation.
Where is this happening?
I don't know how anybody can support that. And the fact that there's also such a horrible vetting system of who's coming in. You can like it, you can hate it, you can love to hate it. There are different ideologies in the world. Some of those ideologies are in fact antithetical towards ours. And for people who, you know, are voting with any sort of expectation that Kamala will do anything of substance and or productivity as it relates to the border. I feel like I talked like her right there. That was like a fucking word salad, but it's real, unlike her word salads, which are in fact fake. If you have any expectation or hope that she will do anything for the border, why would you? The 10 million happened under her watch, and it was only switched up right before the election that they started tightening things. That tells you that they knew that this issue was not going to be one which they could really beat.
Donald Trump had a border bill shut down that would have added 1,200 Border Patrol agents to the border because he wants to run on an issue instead of fixing it. The same way he's run on an issue with Obamacare. Obamacare protects me with my pre-existing condition of brain cancer. I have brain cancer. Obamacare protects me from being denied coverage and healthcare insurance and healthcare coverage because I have brain cancer. So it says, it's so awful, we need to get rid of it and make something better. He's had 10 years to do so. And the most money of any other president in office. And what has he done? I have concepts of a plan. Concepts, because he doesn't care about giving healthcare coverage and insurance to the majority of the American public. And do you know why that is? Probably because his buddies and his pals have either business investments or they are in insurance companies or they're in the medical field and they profit off of us struggling. Don't be stupid. Do not be stupid and listen to whatever is being said by Blaire White. This is next fucking level, dude. This is crazy. This is crazy.
She's saying that she's going to build the wall now because she knows we currently live in a temperature of center right to conservative. That's the temperature of the country right now. That's where the Overton window is. And she knows she can't win without having to say that she's going to build a wall. Be so for real. You know her handlers were not going to let her or encourage her to say she's going to build the wall. Unless...
Was Biden not continuing to build the wall? I'm fairly certain the Biden administration was and is continuing to build the wall. What do you mean? What are you talking about?
They knew that this is a dire issue that Americans care about and we want the wall. So...
1,200 Border Patrol agents.
Building the wall and wants to finish building the wall and will actually have...
If we really cared about getting protection at the border, 1,200 Border Patrol agents, written by the most conservative senator in the Senate, was shut down because Donald Trump wants to run on an issue instead of fixing it. I'm gonna go volunteer for the Kamala Harris campaign. I can't listen to this insanity any longer. I wanted to shed my opinion and get some light on it, but this is the only way to go. This is crazy. This is unhinged. This is unnatural. A 34-time felon, an adjudicated rapist, someone who made $4.3 billion as president, but paid only $750 in federal income tax for his first 2 years of presidency. Wake the fuck up. Wake the fuck up. Wake the fuck up. It's getting terrifying, but also not so scary. I'm not panicking. This unhinged video. I don't think anyone is dumb enough to believe this stupidity. Blaire, I agree with you on a lot of things, especially like I said, trans rights, especially the whole trans children argument, which is not even a real thing. It is heartbreakingly horrifying and so sad. And in a few years, I do think it will be the end of the gay community when all these trans kids detransition and they are medically mutilated and unable to function or ever have sex or any other sad thing. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm gonna go do what I believe in, and I'm going to be campaigning for Kamala Harris. Because it's what I believe in, and what I know is true. Because this is crazy, and it's not because I'm a fag that I think I like owe it to the Democrats. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I don't think a fucking 34-time felon that paid $750 in federal income tax, that's taken over 10 years to get any sort of healthcare coverage plan even started. I have concepts of a plan. Concepts, my ass, you fucking chode. If you really think Obamacare is so bad, and like he said, for all his time running for president and all of his time in office, why the fuck would you only have concepts after almost 10 years? What is going on? What is happening? Wake up. This is crazy. It's kooky. It's not natural or normal. He does not want to help everyday Americans. He's a billionaire who wants to get in office so he doesn't go to jail. That's all. That's it. That's it. He wants presidential immunity that the Supreme Court gave him. That's all. He wants to be able to shoot someone on Fifth Avenue. That's it. Crazy, wacky, psycho, kooky nonsense. I'm fucking done with it. Remember to vote. Please. So sad. Wow. Can we talk about a long day of canvassing and campaigning? For Kamala Harris to win. And I found this magazine from the Las Vegas Weekly, Joy versus Fear. And I think that pretty much sums up my perspective on this fucking nightmare of an election. I've been canvassing for Kamala Harris and Jackie Rosen, trying to make sure they both get elected. Got my little Kamala Harris Tim Walz pin that I got from seeing her in Las Vegas. And guys, I tried reacting to the Blaire White's video where she says, I'm trans and this is why I'm voting for Donald J. Trump. And she deleted it and then re-uploaded it earlier in the morning. I recorded my reaction to the first 15 minutes of it, but now we're going to continue where I left off this morning, and I'm going to pray. I'm going to do a little prayer seance, hope and pray that Blaire can actually have some rational logic in the rest of this video. But judging on the fact that Donald Trump has had 10 years to come up with a better healthcare plan, and hasn't. But judging by the fact that Donald Trump wants to appoint a man to be in charge of women's health, I can't even begin to have a conversation about why anyone supporting a 34-time felon to hold the highest office our country has is deranged, delusional, and insane. It makes my skin crawl. But like I said, we're gonna pick off right where we left off. Oh, I have the exact screen on, and let's see what Blaire has to say.
Right here.
And we are gonna skip that. Sorry, Blaire, I don't care about supporting.
Be so for real. You know her handlers were not going to let her or encourage her to say she's going to build the wall unless they knew that this is a dire issue that Americans care about and we want the wall. So,
Blaire, what about the
I would
border
rather vote for the
patrol
person
agents
that actually
that
started
could have
building
been
the wall and wants
added?
to finish building the wall and
Dumbass.
actually has a history of addressing illegal immigration. Because again, 10 million illegal crossings versus 1.5. I choose 1.5. And I believe he will have even less happen this time.
1.5 was in the middle of a global pandemic, you dumb bitch.
Because he's learned from this. Third is economy, which definitely, you know, it does relate to immigration as well, and how, and you know, immigration impacts the economy. But here's the thing: it should not be that Americans are struggling to pay for groceries and or gas and or basic necessities. The bare minimum we should expect of the quality of life as Americans is the aspiration of home ownership. That should be the bare minimum of what we expect living in America, that we have access to if we are intelligent with our money and do the right things, own a home. A place we can put our head down at night and feel safe, that no one's going to kick us out, that we can raise our families, and we.
That's why Kamala Harris has a $25,000 down payment assistance program for first-time homebuyers, and she plans to build, what was it, 3 million homes? Thanks for the narrative. I'm glad I can talk about points that make sense.
Continue this country.
What does Trump have in place? That's a pipe dream.
And like I said, that should be bare minimum.
What plan does Donnie Dump have?
Not to mention retirement. Like, retirement is
running on Social Security and surviving on Social Security. Experts have said Donald Trump might bankrupt Social Security with his cuts. What the fuck is this conversation? Oh my God.
Is even worse than a pipe dream. That's called, like, you know, mythological. That might as well be in the Book of Narnia. Because ain't nobody retiring anymore.
Oh, Blaire, you have
the way
plenty
the economy
of money.
is. And that matters. Our grandparents did not own homes. Our parents did not own homes because they were better with money, because they were better economists, because they were more responsible even in some cases. It's because homes were just that much more accessible back then. They didn't actually have to be genius economists.
Because
they
of
didn't
greedy
have to
billionaires.
Save for decades and decades.
Because
A
of
lot them
people
bought
like
their first
Donald
homes
Trump.
in their early 20s because they were just that accessible. Under Biden-Harris, the bare minimum you have to make to afford a home, to, you know, have a mortgage, is $125,000 a year. The bare minimum you had to own when Trump was in office was $75,000 a year. Now, that's
before the recession, before the global pandemic that he mishandled.
If I had to choose, I would go back to that. I would make it even better, right? Because our grandparents were paying with like oranges and watermelons and like lucky coins found in their drawers to like pay for homes. 75K is still really high, and again, that bare minimum, we really should raise it. We should have higher expectations about the quality of life that we can and should be living in America. However, I'm going to vote in the direction that takes us there, not exacerbates that. And if you think the Biden-Harris administration has nothing to do with the economy getting worse, I feel like that's the one thing even libs can admit, is that the economy only got worse. They oftentimes will find excuses like, well, you know, Trump left them a mess. And here's why that is wrong. First of all, record low unemployment during Trump, pre-COVID. And I'm going to get to the COVID part, so just wait a second.
We're at record low.
Higher wages.
We're at record low unemployment right now. That's why a bitch like me can't find an actual job, and I have to do canvassing, which I'd love doing, but
by
still.
the way, for all groups of people, all minorities, right?
That's not true.
So the tagline of like it only got better for white men, none of the numbers say that. Only your dumb talking points say that. I'm so sorry to say. Inflation was lower. Home ownership was easier. Tax cuts were made that actually impacted the middle class, because again, that talking point of his tax cuts only affected or, you know, helped rich people. This again is just ahistorical. And by history, I'm only talking about like 5 years ago. Like, this is just a falsehood. He did cut taxes for the middle class. To say that.
I'm going to end it on this note because this is completely and utterly deranged. Here's what Donald Trump says when he thinks you're not watching. He says he's going to give tax cuts to his rich friends while cutting Social Security for everyone else. I survive on Social Security. My rent would not get paid, and it barely does on my Social Security because I have brain cancer and I'm a disabled person. The President of the United States, the President of the people, the President of the people that paid $750 in federal income tax for his first 2 years as president while being a billionaire, but made $3.4 billion as president of the United States while having foreign governments come to his personal properties all over the world because he's a selfish pig. I'm going to end the video on this note. If you want me to finish watching the video, please let me know. But listen to this bullshit.
You're all people that have a lot of money. I know 20 of you, and you're rich as hell. We're going to give you tax cuts. We're going to pay off our debt.
That's everything you need to know about Donald Trump. When he thinks the cameras aren't on, he tells his rich friends, quote, we're going to give you tax cuts.
Can anybody in America imagine that at a time of massive income and wealth inequality, billionaires are doing phenomenally well, that he's going to give them huge tax breaks? And then at the same time, he's going to cut Social Security and Medicare and programs that our kids need.
This is his economic plan? That's what he wants to do? Cutting taxes for his friends? Cutting Social Security for you? That makes me mad as hell, quite frankly.
The hypocrisy is just outrageous. This is what he says to his billionaire friends, not quite what he's saying at his rallies.
There are 1,000 billionaires in America, in this country. They pay an average tax rate of 8.2% federal taxes. So I have a plan, we have a plan, asking his good buddies to begin to pay their fair share.
You have one candidate who wants to cut Medicare and Social Security and one who's going to protect it. That's why I'm supporting Joe, and I hope you will as well.
Thanks, pal.
Oh,
This gorgeous influencer's dark secret from the past finally caught up to him.
Oh my god! I'm so afraid of whatever that is. He's cute, but that really actually startled me. All I know is I'm gonna end it on that. Joe Biden, thank you for dropping out of the race. You are Sleepy Joe, but you had a great legacy. And I'm so happy to have voted for you in 2020. I know things weren't handled as great as they could have been. I know we're not living an American dream, guys. But we cannot let the Orange Menace back into the White House. He had his chance. Look how badly he fucked up. Let's give a woman a chance. Let's give a woman a chance at leading the country. For the love of God, she has tax plans that won't affect anyone making under $400,000 a year. She's gonna build 3 million homes, $25,000 down payment assistance for first-time home buyers. It is my dream to buy a house. I have brain cancer. It's all I want. I hope that it will be possible. Vote, vote, vote. And Blaire, you stupid bitch. You stupid, stupid bitch. You selfish, gun-loving, stupid bitch. I don't know what else to say. It just is so gross. I love you. And also, guys, as a little bonus clip, I wanted to include this, but LeBron James made a post, and it says, and I'm from Cleveland, and I do like LeBron James, kind of a badass, super cool. If you're from Cleveland, you know the Cavaliers and all that shit. I never like sports. If I want to watch millionaires play with balls, it's definitely not going to be basketball or football. Trust and believe. But he said, what are we even talking about here? When I think about my kids and my family and how they will grow up, the choice is clear to me. Vote Kamala Harris. And let's just see what this video is.
All right. Heck yeah. It's a cool black guy. That's one of my buddies. We had fun. We carved watermelons together. It was awesome.
It's just so sick. And he's endorsed by the KKK.
They're taking black jobs now. The whole country's going to be like, it'll be like Detroit. A lot of it's about the genes, isn't it? Don't you believe? They're poisoning the blood of our country.
Slept with Hitler's novel Mein Kampf next to his bed.
Troublemaker.
Makes me sick.
These are troublemakers. Look, I love the old days, you know? Do you know what they used to do to guys like that when they were in a place like this? They'd be carried out on a stretcher, folks.
Makes my skin crawl.
I'll tell you. Now, if you had one really violent day, like one rough hour, and I mean real rough, the word will get out and it will end immediately. But we're going to indemnify police officers and law enforcement from being destroyed by the radical left. You're changing history, you're changing culture.
Of course I hate these people. And let's all hate these people, because maybe hate is what we need.
If you're voting for this pig, you need a reality check. I'm going to say a lot more. Please get out and vote. This is so important. I want to buy a home. 3 million homes built. $25,000 down payment assistance. I have brain cancer. I was diagnosed at 18 years old. It is my dream to buy a house. I hope one day that'll happen. And it's definitely not going to happen under Donald Trump's second chance at taking over the country. Dictator on day one? I don't fucking think so. But Blaire, makes me skin crawl. And I like some things that Blaire stands for and has said in the past, but just because she likes her gun so much and the NRA backs Donald Trump, I can't ignore the stupidity and mental illness there. There's something wrong. There's something really wrong. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to subscribe and follow your bitch on Twitch. I am trying so hard not to be such a messy cunt, or to be a little more appropriate, I'm trying very hard not to be a messy madam. And please make sure you subscribe. And like I said, follow your bitch on Twitch. And also, please leave a comment. I respond to every single comment, or at least I do my best to respond to every single comment. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you very, very soon. Love you.